Have you ever heard the phrase the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell? It's not one of those science myths that you hear flying around. It's actually where most of cellular respiration takes place, which is the process of making energy for the cell. Cellular respiration takes glucose and turns it into energy molecules. The big superstar of cellular respiration is called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, and it's the energy molecule I was referring to earlier. It's what powers your cells, and the main goal of cellular respiration. You need a lot of ATP. And by a lot, I mean a lot. You produce and consume about your own body's weight worth of ATP every day. Now, what is this crazy process that powers the cells in your body? The first step in making ATP is breaking down glucose molecules, hence why it's called glycolysis. It actually needs a little bit of ATP to begin with, but it's worth it. This step occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell and uses 2 ATP as well as 1 glucose molecule. As a result of this step, 4 ATP and some other molecules that will be used later are formed. From here, molecules enter a complex cycle known as the Krebs cycle. Unlike your average sea crab, this process takes place in the mitochondria. It's mostly a preparatory phase for the last step. Some of the molecules from glycolysis are converted into two of an energy source similar to ATP, 4 carbon dioxide molecules, and some other molecules that join the rest of the molecules formed from glycolysis. The last step of cellular respiration is called the electron transport train. It takes the leftover molecules that I mentioned earlier and transfers their electrons to a protein complex along the inner membrane. The electrons piggyback along the membrane by carrier proteins. This creates a big clump of hydrogen molecules. These hydrogen molecules are then used to power ATP synthase, which is an enzyme that recycles used ATP. Oxygen acts as the final electron acceptor at the end of the chain, resulting in the formation of water. This step creates most of the ATP in cellular respiration. I hope you have a better understanding of cellular respiration now. Just know that in reality, this process is a lot more complex, so I encourage you to do some further reading. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.